Hello and welcome to another session of Live Well. Today I am so excited because I have my brother, my friend, my mentor, Josh Stewart. Josh is the creator of Do Not Disturb podcast, and he is the owner of Recharge Athletics. Josh is joining us from New Orleans, Louisiana. Hi, Josh.
What's up, sis? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm so excited.
And howdy do to everybody else out there.
So Josh, you're big on this physical health thing. You are like a master of it. So what does physical health mean to you?
Physical health means the world to me. Before I started, just a briefing on myself, before I started, I was almost 300 pounds. One of my biggest things was I wanted to look better for the mirror. I wanted to be lighter for the scale. But once I started working on myself and, really getting the full aspect of physical health and what it really, what it truly is to me, it started changing me mentally, spiritually, just everything. And it reconstructed my whole life. So, physical health is the world to me. You know what I mean? It was life changing. So,
wow. You
if
said
it happened for me,
I'm sorry. What did you say?
I was just about to say, if it could happen for me, it could happen for anybody else out there, because I come from a very pessimistic place, so, just pulling myself out of that hole and, becoming a better me, it just changed my life overall.
You said it was like reconstructing yourself. What do you mean by that?
I had to destroy myself in order to rebuild who I am, who I was on the inside. I didn't, for 31 years, I didn't love myself. I used to think I did. I used to have the conception or the perception of, that I did love myself. But on the inside, I didn't truly know who I was. You know what I mean? I would just be everything for everyone except myself. And I just never worked on myself. So when I took the time to really work on myself and understand, what that true self-love was, that's what it was to me. So that's what I mean about reconstructing myself. Just you got to tear yourself down sometimes in order to build yourself back up.
That's like so good. To me, it reminds me of just like being honest with yourself and where you are physically, and just dealing with that all together to help yourself, to build yourself. So what are some things that you did to reconstruct yourself and work on your physical health?
Challenging myself. Every day you have to wake up and put another challenge on yourself. The load may seem heavy sometimes, the tunnel may seem dark, but you gotta be the spark. You know what I mean? You gotta be that light in the dark tunnel. I know a lot of people always like, oh, I never see the light at the end of the tunnel, but you are the light. You know what I mean? Right. So just wake up and believe in yourself more every day, and it get better. Every day get better. It's a process. You can't have one of my friends say this all the time. Everybody wants the baby, but they don't want the 9 months of pregnancy.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a good that's a good way to put it. So you have to go through the process in order to get the sweet things in life, and just keep pushing and believing in yourself and challenging yourself every day. And that's what I did. And I understood the process. I embraced it, and I just worked my way through it.
So what are some things that you do? Like, what's your workout routine? What does that look like for you?
My workout routine changed a lot over the last 5 years, but basically, when I first started, it was just going to the treadmill every day. I would walk the treadmill. I think I started at like 3.2 miles per hour, but I would walk, and I was really heavy at the time, so I would walk a mile. And every day I would go up a 0.1, or I would go up a 0.2 on the speed or the incline. And like I told you, every day you just setting those challenges for yourself and raising the bar. So, if you don't raise the bar, you'll be stuck, you'll be comfortable. And I don't think some people like to live in that, comfortability or, that comfort zone. But when you're challenging yourself, you really don't have time for that. So, my thing was just getting better every day and moving a different way every day, and, moving faster, just different. And I started with the treadmill, then I started running outside. I started going to the gym and challenging myself more with weights. Whether man or woman, it doesn't matter. I know women, and just to be brief on that, I know women have, they get it misconstrued with weightlifting, because a lot of them are like, oh, I don't want to look like a man, I don't want to be big, but that's not going to happen. You know, women just don't have that amount of testosterone in their bodies, you know, in order to look like a man. So don't worry about that. You have to have balance. You got to create balance, whether it be, you have to do the stretching. You could do yoga. You could bike ride. You know, any type of cardio and weightlifting or resistance training. You have to have that, and you have to implement that into your regimen, your exercise regimen daily. So just find your balance. You know, find your lane, stay in your lane, and keep pushing.
I like that you mentioned that about the women and the weightlifting, because me personally, I've been on my physical fitness health for maybe about 8 months now, and I'm just straight cardio. You know, I love cycling, and I haven't started lifting yet. So I'm glad that you mentioned that, to just encourage us women as well, as far as lifting weights. And so I know that you have in your background right now, Do Not Disturb. You are the creator of Do Not Disturb. In your podcast, Do Not Disturb, do you mention physical health?
I do. Probably every episode, and sometimes briefly. It could be about anything too. You know, I talk with everybody from music producers to I had a boxer on there, and you know, my next episode is with Mayor Rodney Grogan from Patterson. So and we mention something. If it's them saying something about me, or you know, just me randomly bringing it up, then yes, we do definitely talk about physical health and the importance of.
And the reason I mention that, because sometimes people think that when you work out, it's just all about like, oh, I'm going to the gym, or like, what's your workout routine? But the fact that you include physical health in everything that you do in your everyday conversation, I think that helps us to be more physically healthy. The more and more it becomes a part of who we are as individuals.
Absolutely.
And so, Josh, what is some advice that you would give someone that's struggling with their physical health?
First of all, believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying? You have to believe in yourself. There's nobody else in this world. You are the most important person in this world to you. You know what I'm saying? And that's over everybody. Your kids, parents, family, whatever. You have to love yourself in order for them to love you. You know what I'm saying? So believe in yourself every day. You know, self-talk is important. You know, you have to tell yourself, you have to buck yourself up. You have to, you know, talk yourself into doing things and being more optimistic. I see a lot of people, you know, on the pessimistic side, like, oh man, it's Monday, y'all. Oh, it's going to be a bad day for me. But when you have that type of self-talk, or you implement that type of self-talk into your life, then you're going to live like that. So, you know, first of all, just believe in yourself and get out there and challenge yourself every day. You know, don't let the people around you discourage you or tell you that you can't do something. You know what I mean? Like, just go out there and do it, regardless of what anybody says.
Right.
And,
I know
like I
sometimes,
told
like if I go to the gym and I'm looking at, you know, we've had this conversation offline about like the stair steppers, and it's just so hard for me. And sometimes I would compare myself to the person next to me on the stairs. And so I think also just not really comparing yourself to someone else and where they are in their physical health journey, because we're all at different places in our journey. And
I
so
agree with that too, sis. And not to cut you off, but since you said that, I'm gonna say this: eliminate some of those big bodybuilders and those, you know, super sexy women or whatever. You know what I mean? On Instagram that you may be, I guess, inspired by, because you can't look like them next week. You know what I'm saying? And some of those people are just genetically built that way. So, like you said, you gotta stay in your lane and you gotta do what's right for you. It doesn't matter if you go up that stepper for 10 minutes versus somebody on side of you that's been there for an hour. Your 10 minutes means something to you, not them. You understand what I'm saying?
right.
And they had to go through the 10-minute process in order to get to the hour at 1.2. So always keep that in mind and never compete or compare yourself with anyone.
Right. And so, Josh, you are a business owner. How has maintaining your physical health, how has that improved how you do business?
Just I guess how I deal with people, you know, and the things that I could tell those people, because I, you know, like I tell you, like I just mentioned, self-talk is important, but it's also important to how the output and, the energy you give off to other people as well. So, people soak that. People are sponges. They soak that up. So you got to give out the good, not just to yourself, but to the people around you, your affiliates, your colleagues, whatever, family, friends, whatever it may be. You have to give off that good energy, what I mean, in business too. So it makes for good business just by giving out that good energy and being that good person that I think people want to be and, people seek to be around.
Yeah. Haven't you noticed that like physical health has, for me, I know it's made me like a little bit more patient in the way that I respond to people.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely.
So Josh, I appreciate you so much for joining us today and giving us some advice about our physical health. Hopefully you guys can take something away from this and how you can maintain your physical health to help you grow and develop your business. So thank you, Josh, and make sure that you guys tune in to Do Not Disturb podcast. Josh, you want to plug that real quick?
Oh, yeah, you could follow me on Instagram at dnd.smooth or at dnd.pod. Do Not Disturb podcast.com. You could go there too. There's links on there. Any podcast streaming platform that you may be on, just go and search Do Not Disturb podcast and it'll pop right up. And we're going to have you on there soon, so get ready.
Okay. Thank you so much, Josh. And we'll put the link down in the comments so that you guys can click on and connect with Do Not Disturb. Thank you, Josh.